Diamondbacks lose the rubber game of the Mets series, lose 5-0 to the New York Mets, and now fall to 3-6 on the season. Hello there, I am Michael McDermott from the AZ Snake Pit, and we're going to be recapping all 162 games of the season here on YouTube. So make sure to hit that subscribe button because there'll be more hits on that subscribe button than the D-backs got hits in today's game. And make sure to hit that like button as well. So anyway, game 9 of the series finale against the Mets. D-backs had a chance to pick up a series win, but can't have nice things. So they'll be going into Washington looking for their first series win still on the year. Starting from the mound for the Diamondbacks is Humberto Castellanos. On the Mets was David Peterson. So both pitchers kind of coming in there in an emergency situation. Caleb Smith, obviously, not able to hold down a rotation spot or even a 26-man roster spot, as we found out, sent to Reno. There'll be a few more joining him soon at the rate this team is going. So they ended up turning the ball to Humberto Castellanos. The other option was Corbin Martin, but they elected to go away from Martin here in this game. So we'll see what the team has in store for Martin, although I think he's gone on May 1st at the latest. So going to the game itself, Castellanos' first couple of innings, very, very shaky. It's like he threw as many pitches out of the zone as he did in the zone. As many balls as strikes first 2 innings. Ended up loading the bases with 2 outs in the second inning. Got a little bit of and then base loaded Jeff McNeil up. D-backs hadn't got McNeil out all series, basically. So it was like problem situation, and then McNeil hits a pop up the shortstop, fortunately. That erased that damage. So after the second inning, I thought Castellanos held in nicely. Retired the last 7 batters he faced, including McNeil in the second inning. So 1, 2, 3, third and fourth inning ended up getting stretched to about 70 pitches or so. So he's probably going to make the next start when the D-backs face the Mets again in Chase Field on Friday. And that's pretty much where it goes. Highlight from the game right there. The starting pitching was adequate. For the rest of the team, not so much. So anyway, nothing game. Fourth inning, Carson Kelly hits a ball that Starling Marte loses in the sun. Ball lands 10 feet behind him, so it's a hit. Back to the D-backs hits with Starling Marte losing a fly ball. So that's not necessarily a great hitting day. So after that, they got a walk. 2 on, 1 out. And D-backs with runners in scoring position, it's like they forget how to play baseball. I don't know why. I don't know what causes it. Too many cooks in the kitchen? So I think there are too many hitting. I think part of the problem is there may be too many hitting coaches, and also the same thing is I don't know what the heck these guys are coaching. Not going to make any accusations because I obviously haven't actually witnessed any coaching behind the scenes. None of us will. Another futility day. 6th inning, same thing happened. Walker bloops the ball in front of Marte. Marte takes a spill in the outfield, misses the ball outright, ends up being a double thanks to Walker running it out. Then after that, Pavin Smith, as bad as he's played all season, did something useful for once and turned his out into 90 feet on the ground ball to second base. So after that, golden opportunity to score. This was a 0-0 game at the time. Varsho comes up there, swings at 2 fastballs, 2 good rips to fastball, fouls them both back. Third pitch caught looking on a splitter. Just good pitch. It was at the bottom of the knees, and tip your cap to the next guy. But it's a situation where it happens way too much this year. Runner at third, less than 2 outs. Can't even put the ball in play. So it's like you're not even giving yourself a chance. A ball put in play is above 0% chance. Ball not put in play is 0% chance of scoring a run. Can't be rooting for wild pitches here. So that ran aside. Marsh strikes out, blown opportunity in the top of the sixth. Mets end up taking advantage of some bad D-backs defense in the sixth inning. First batter, Lindor draw against no Ramirez. Lindor draws a walk. Next batter, Alonso pops up. Perdomo lets the ball drop on purpose so he can get Lindor off the bases. That was a pretty good heads up play by him, and would have worked because that would have worked if not for the next series of events. So anyway, Escobar hits a little line drive over the first baseman's head. That ball was well placed down the line. It was going to be hard pressed for Smith to try and get Escobar out of second base. So even though he does go for it, throws it about 10 feet above Perdomo's head, or whoever the cutoff man was. But airmails to second baseman. I don't know whoever was covering second base. It was Yanni Hernandez. You're talking about someone that's 5'9" in cleats kind of situation. So someone who's 5'9" in cleats. They probably took a measurement with his cleats on, but I'm not one to judge. I'm not that tall myself. But overthrows it, so Alonso ends up scoring. Escobar takes third. They almost got Escobar at third base, a little bit late on the tag. And just a bad situation overall. And it kind of exploded into a 3-run inning. And then, of course, there was some hilarity in the middle of the inning on after a sac fly. Ultimately ended up being a weird play. Perez steps off the mound to appeal to third base, so JD Davis takes off to try and trick them into throwing him out second and run. So that Perez actually chases him down to second base, and then at the last second decides to go through with the appeal to third base. Ended up the appeal was unsuccessful, and Davis took second base and ultimately didn't lead anywhere. But pretty much at that moment, you knew the game was over. It's like expecting Diamondbacks to score 3 runs against the back end of the Mets bullpen was going to be tough. Then didn't help. And it wasn't a 3-run game after that point. So 7th inning, Matt Peacock comes in, eat up a couple innings, don't use anyone good. So he comes in the 8th inning, gets the first 2 guys out, walks Lindor in the 7th inning, and then serves up a 2-run bomb to Pete Alonso. And I blame Burf for that one. It's like, if you're going to say all series that so-and-so doesn't get a hit, he's going to get a home run in his final at bat. Stop doing that. Please. Especially when we have AAA pitchers up on the mound. There's a reason they're in AAA. I digress. So pretty much after that, not much offensively. It was a pretty sad day at the plate. Said no runs. But we'll see what happens. They go so they'll be taking a train ride down to Washington. It'll be interesting to see how they do against Washington. Washington is a team that is probably more appropriate competition level for the D-backs. Both teams will probably be picking in next year's draft lottery. Although knowing Diamondbacks, they'll probably pick 7th. They'll find a way to not get in there. So, anyways, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below on YouTube, and as well as check out the website at azsnakepit.com if you want to get written analysis of the Diamondbacks, although there's probably not much to be said for today's game.